And welcome to Lake, where Genoa is getting ready to do battle with the host Flyers, and they win the tip. Mike Ballman here with Mike Jameson on the Toledo Sports Network, bringing you Tuesday night basketball. The Flyers coming in here at 5-1, 2-0 in the NBC. Genoa coming in here at 4-2 and 2-0 in the NBC. So we get a miss. Genoa goes up the floor. A little sloppy first turnover.
Oh boy, nothing like getting to a game 3.5 hours before everything goes right, and 30 seconds before that, I trip and fall and look ugly.
But the Flyers, Mikey, they are coached this year by Jim Graysick. Got a chance to talk to him before the game, and he talked about Genoa's team tonight. Both teams are really guard-dominated, as we talked about in the open, and he really wants to make sure they keep these guys off the free throw line, as that pass is almost picked off right there, but the Flyers stay with it. Chloe Houston gets it over to Jordan Taylor, and that one's batted away by number 12, Emily Edwards.
All going to be a quickness factor tonight.
Well, and on the other side, Coach DeStazio really talked about how he wants to contain the perimeter and beat their press tonight against Lake. He loves his girls this year. They're athletic and quick, but they're pretty average from the perimeter right now, is what he said. He'd like to see him improve that, as that one is rejected, but Lake stays with it. And here's Taylor. She gets it down inside. That one's up and in.
Kristen Deal.
As Kristen Deal, the 5'9" junior, gets it in and gets the first points tonight, 2-0 Flyers. And we get another turnover from the Comets. And here's Jordan Taylor coming the other way. She stops, looks for some help. 3-2 zone right now from the Comets. Here's a three. That one's off. Coming in there for the rebound, though, was Miss Houston. We saw her older sister a number of years here for the Flyers, Mikey. So it's going to stay with the Flyers underneath the bucket.
Well, you're seeing it so far. It is the guard play right now, and a lot of taps and a lot of steals tonight.
And that's the third one by my count for the Flyers, as Kristen Deal looks to head it up the other way. And here's Jordan Taylor with it. Girls trying to figure out this zone. Here's another three on the way. That one's off. And we're going to get an over the back on the Flyers as the ball is rebounded by Christy Dasley.
Special thanks going out to IBEW Local 8, UA 50, Pub 51, Big Apple Deli, the SBL Outfitters, and of course, Mike Jameson in Creative Video Imagery. What a guy.
Wow.
He's my favorite.
Under 6 to go here out at Lake. You know, Mikey, and what's interesting, you know, this is a tough league game for both teams early in the season like this.
Well, you know, they're picking Genoa to win the NBC this year, and Lake has, we saw them playing up against Gibsonburg, and really impressed with their press. But the one thing I said, I had Norm here, and we sat and talked about it. Whenever Gibsonburg could get into their set offense, they were a big enough team that they were able to take control of Lake, and it made it a little interesting. And I think that's what you're going to see tonight, because both of these teams are just powerhouses up at the top.
Yeah, you mentioned it in the open. Not a whole lot of size in either one of these teams. The biggest, 5'11" for Freisinger on Lake and 5'11" for Erica Harder on Genoa. So both guard-dominated rosters tonight. As Taylor tries to reset against this 3-2 zone. And we're going to get a reach on Genoa as Lauren Ozuk tries to go in there with it. She's averaging almost a double-double on the year, 11 points per game and 9 rebounds per game. You've got Houston averaging 10, Hanson averaging 11, Taylor averaging 9.6 assists and 5 steals. And on the flip side for Genoa, you got Edwards leading away in scoring at 11.5 points per game. Pickard, almost a double-double at 11.2 points per game and 8.8 rebounds per game. And then you've got Harder at 9.7, 2.3 assists and 9 rebounds. So a lot of rebounding going on, and I think that's going to be key tonight, cleaning the glass, Mikey, for both of these teams, because you mentioned the quickness and the athleticism. Those second chance opportunities are going to come in big down the stretch as we get a turnover after the slip.
And a foul.
And we're going to get a foul going to the bucket as Erica Smith, the sophomore, takes it all the way to the other end. We want to remind you guys, you can also check us out on the web at facebook.com/Toledo Sports Network. Also on Twitter at Toledo Sports NW. Stay updated with what we got going on here on TSNW. And that first one is short from the free throw line for the Comets. Has been a little bit of an issue for them this year, shooting 53% from the free throw line. The second one's up, and that one is off.
You stole my pen, too, didn't you?
I did steal your pen. I think Byron still might have mine. We'll get you one. So it's still 2-0 Lake. Sort of a defensive battle. Not a whole lot of continuity so far from either team offensively, as they both try to get their sea legs underneath them. Once again, Genoa 4-2, Lake 5-1 overall. Both teams 2-0 in the NBC. And here's a three on the way, and that one's off. And that one's rebounded underneath by Erica Harder. Comets go up the other way and try to set things up and try to get their first points of the game, as most of the offense is taking place by the Flyers so far. Nice double team inside, but that does not stop Haley Pickard from getting the Comets on the board, Mikey.
Haley Pickard is she's doing should be doing a nice job. We got a put that here because I can't see it. Just so I can see it. There you go. Sorry about that, Mikey. Happy holidays to all of our listeners tonight. God, it's almost Christmas. Did you get my present yet?
Yes, I got your envelope with a big clump of dust in there. I was expecting a couple of dollar bills, maybe some Benjamins.
Beautiful, beautiful.
4:12 to go here in the first quarter. Mike Ball with Mike Jameson out here in NBC action and rivalry game. Nonetheless, Mikey, these teams separated by 795. It's a big one early in the year, and we get a big steal right here. Coming up the other way is Pickard, and it's up and off. But she stays with it. Gets it back outside. That one rims off, and Jordan Taylor comes away with it for the Flyers. And she looks to go the other way. Gets the pass up the floor. A little wild, and we get another steal by Miss Pickard. And that time it's up and in.
That's exactly what we were expecting tonight, Mike. It's going to be real scrappy. These are two schools that are real close, that definitely have a rivalry here. We'll just leave it at that.
And here's a jumper from the top of the key, and that one rims off. Eventually corralled by Hansen.
Whoa.
That one goes off.
Wow. Ozak is she's just so tough inside.
And it's getting a little ugly right now. That one goes off. And there's the rebound from Harder.
Harder's a really good ball handler for her size, and really like what she's doing. This is her junior year, and you're going to be seeing a lot of her, I'm sure.
Well, she is having a good year, almost averaging a double-double, 9.7 points per game and 9 rebounds per game, but that time a steal from Norwalk. She brings it up, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor gets all the way into the paint, but she's stuffed by Erica Harder.
I'm telling you, and then she can bring the ball up. That's such a good sign. Good sign.
That one rims off. Harder comes away with it again. Rebounded on the inside and going up with it. That time
inside rebound
is Christy Daisley.
Well, that backside help was there. She posted up real well and was able to do what she was supposed to do, and she got the points for it. Nice job.
And we're going to get a travel that time as Lauren Ozuk tries to take it inside. So by my count, 6 turnovers for the Flyers, 4 for Genoa. And that's one thing they've done this year, Mikey, is force turnovers. 127 steals from the Comets. 40 of those have come from Ghosts, who's averaging 6.7 steals per game. She's kind of the utility player, does it all for the Comets. 3.3 points, 6 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and as I just mentioned, nearly 7 steals per game. So this is going to be a defensive battle, I think, especially with both teams trying to get their feet under them offensively. You're already seeing it, Mikey.
Yep.
And here's a 3 on the way, had the arc, but didn't fall as Ozuk comes away with the board.
I was talking to Haley Gerke's dad, and he was Haley's had some really major knee problems that she's had to get taken care of. 2 points right there.
Nice jumper from Hansen.
And she's still, once she can get her step, she's the big 3-point shooter for the Comets. And just not rehab there yet, but by midseason she'll really be doing a good job.
We're going to get a foul that time on number 14, Kaylee Burrow, the junior. Or actually, excuse me, that one's going to be on Hansen. My bad, on the rebound. So it's going to stay with the Comets with 1:11 to go here in the first quarter from Millbury. Nice pass inside. That one's up and off from Haley Gerke, the aforementioned Haley Gerke. So she's going to get the Comets' second trip to the free throw line. So Genoa, what I like so far, Mikey, taking it to the inside, and even when they're not cashing them in, they're getting trips to the charity stripe. Say that 3 times fast. And the first one's up and good for Gerke.
Well, when you have two teams that are, I mean, they're basically mirror images of each other. They've got great outside perimeter shooting, and they both play just incredibly tough backcourt defense. You know, this is what it's going to be tonight. You're going to see a lot of banging. You're going to see a lot of fouls. You're going to see a lot of turnovers tonight, and I think that's just because of the fact you've just got so much aggressive play that's going to be going on.
Well, so far they've beat the press. The Comets, rather, have beat the press of the Flyers, as Coach DeSazio talked about before the game. Starting to establish some continuity offensively as that one's up and off. Rebounded by Schessler.
There it is.
Turned back over, and another block.
Harder got her again.
From Harder. And we're going to get a timeout from DeSazio. 36.4 to go here in the first quarter. Out in Millbury, Mike Baldwin with Mike Jameson. Once again, a reminder, people can check us out on Facebook at Toledo Sports Network. We update you with all the stuff we've got going on every Saturday morning. We're on 106.5 FM, The Ticket, for the 3-for-all from Pro Golf Fairways. Love hanging out there, so you can always check us out on the radio on Saturday mornings if you're up that early and you don't party hardy like Mike Jameson does. Holy shnikes.
I was out at Pro Golf Fairways Saturday night playing a little simulator golf there, and what a great thing to do, boy, I'll tell you what. And a great, incredible gift certificates for Christmas.
Yeah, $100 gift card, and you get a $25 gift card for free. So Genoa, let's see if they try to hold for the last shot here. Got a little bit more offensive rhythm here in the end of the first quarter, as Harder's had a couple of big blocks down low, and the team set some things up offensively. And she'll inbound it after the deflection. She gets it in and gets it back. And getting the double team right now, needs some help. 18 seconds and counting. And here's a tray. And that one's in.
Who talked about that just a minute ago?
Haley Gerke, your girl.
Yep.
So here's Taylor with it. She'll try to counter.
She's dangerous. She's very dangerous out there. As long as she can get through with that knee.
So that one goes off the backboard. So after one, it's 11-6. Comets on top here on the Toledo Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a good one. Hey, ask them if it's Daisley. Will you do that for me real quick? Just be like, hey guys, is it Daisley or Dasley for Genoa? I heard them say Daisley.
Hey guys, is it Daisley or Dasley? Daisley? Daisley. Thank you. Well, to our great people online, we'd like to say thanks, give you some sponsor reads here from IBEW Local 8. Been with us for 8 seasons now. UA 50 and the Pipefitters, can't thank them enough. Pub 51, Ronnie Benning and everybody out there, thank you very much. Tim Williams over at the Big Apple Deli, great sandwiches and great food there too. SBL Outfitters, Nicole and the great people out there. They're right next to BW3s on Navarre Avenue. And just thanks to all these great people helping us out and bringing you these games, along with First Federal Bank.
11-6 is your score. The Comets on top after 1 quarter. Mike Bauman here with Mike Jameson on the Toledo Sports Network. Tuesday night basketball game of the week.
Proud to be here, having a good time.
Always fun to do it between these two teams, whether it's football, basketball, it doesn't matter. It's always a good game in this rivalry. And look at the and one from Ozuk. Showing some strength in the post early on, 4 points, 3 rebounds by my count. She'll have a chance to take care of business at the IBEW Local 8 free throw line. Great way to start the quarter for the Flyers, Mikey.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Ozuk's got a way of getting her post position in there and spinning off, and it works every time for her. That whistle blows again as they're going to send it back over to Genoa right now.
Yeah, we got a reach and foul that time, but Harder doing a great job cleaning the glass, and that's what she's done this year, 9 rebounds per game. Genoa as a team got a slight edge in rebounding so far through 6 games, 37.5 to 35.3 for their opponents. But Harder has been cleaning the glass, and as you mentioned, Mikey, pretty good ball handler as well.
Boy, I'm just so impressed with her. 5'8", 5'9", being able to handle the ball that well and run the point as a junior. Good things are definitely in store for her. Nice move.
And look at Emily Edwards taking care of business. Little playground action right there. Makes it 13-8 Comets.
What you're seeing right now is Genoa's found a way to break the press. Lake's eventually going to, if that keeps up, is going to have to get into some sort of man-to-man and take away that drive.
Well, and right now, the 3-2 zone inside is really limiting what Lake's doing offensively. Just got to continue to move the basketball. Try to get some girls flashing the baseline too, Mike, and get some open action underneath the post.
You know, the best thing that can happen on that 3-2 is to split it and open up backside and get some things happening backside. That stops the 3-2 real quick. And they haven't got to that third pass yet. You know, they're trying to make everything. There it is.
And there's nice a turnover. Here's a steal by Ozuk. Oh! And we're going to get a block on Genoa.
Yep, there was.
Carly Gose taking a shot that time from Ozuk.
Well,
give her credit for trying to stay in there and get the charge. And that's a call at the high school level you can really see go either way. And that time he thought it was a block.
Well, Lauren Ozuk, she tripped. It had nothing to do with the play. She tripped. It's just one of them things that happens. You hate saying it. A lot of the Genoa people are upset, but that's just one of them things that happens.
So Ozuk's going to get 2 freebies now to try to cut into this lead.
Nope.
Oh, just 1 freebie.
Yeah, I don't think she was in the act of shooting.
I thought she was.
No.
Made a mistake.
Oh! Well, that'll go.
And Ozuk right now cleaning the glass.
Who is this girl?
And now she's going to get 2.
Wow.
Unless I've completely missed the boat on basketball changes. Now she's going to get 2.
Yeah.
6:26 to go here. Once again, we want to say thank you to some of our great sponsors. IBEW Local 8 and UA Local 50, the Pipefitters and Plumbers. Also, Big Apple Deli out on Woodville Road. If you're an NBC fan, central location for all you guys, whether you're Genoa or Lake. Got all your favorite deli products for your next get-together at Big Apple Deli.
Gotta go in there and have a Broadway, man. That is the best sandwich.
And also Pub 51 out on Woodville Road. Great food, spirits,
pizza,
and fun.
Unreal.
Great pizza.
Oh,
maybe you're still in the playoff hunt in fantasy football. I am not. As Lake gets their first free throw of the night, Ozuk gets her 5th point of the night to make it 13-9 in favor of Genoa. So far only 2 points scored by the Comets. And that time, Emily Edwards trying to go coast to coast, and she gets fouled. Edwards having a good year, Mikey. As I mentioned, leading his team in scoring, 11.5 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game. And we're going to get a timeout So I'm going to stop blabbing. 6:18 to go here in the first half. It's Comets on top, 13-9 here on the Toledo Sports Network and CW 13.
Very good. Very good.
Am I talking too much? I'm trying not to.
No, you don't.
See, I don't want to call. I'm not like basketball. It's not good to call every
right.
single pass. You know,
Can't
I want
do
to.
that.
Me and you got to discuss
Yep.
what's going on and paint the picture for people listening, because it's like it's. And then you throw it around here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's how you got to roll with basketball. But that's
Well,
why
that's because, you know, well, I'm old school basketball, and you're just old school basketball. No, why I needed that was because I wanted to write down all the people that were.
13-9, Comets on top. 6:18 to go here in the first half. Mike Bauman with Mike Jameson here on the Toledo Sports Network. So far, Genoa getting into a little bit of a rhythm offensively. That time, that one's off, and Jordan Taylor comes out with the rebound as Lake tries to get something going. And they'll set up, but so far, this 3-2 defense of Genoa, Mikey, has been limiting the options, although Ozuk is heating up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing a lot of, is they're trying to get the ball inside. They're not looking backside yet, but that's coming. I think Coach is just, yep. I think Coach Graycheck is just waiting, you know, for the right time to explode on that third pass here, but it's open, so.
Yeah, and one thing he talked about before the game was really trying to eliminate their opportunities at the free throw line, and that's something that Genoa's done a good job of here tonight, as they get another turnover, do the Flyers. Here comes Taylor, a little floater in the lane. That one's off. Tried to get the tap out that time was Sierra Norwalk, and eventually
that might be good.
Blake got the rebound, and Taylor got the three. So Taylor with the spark now, and it's 13-12.
Like I said, the team that has the most percentages on threes tonight is going to win this game, because everything that's going to make this game happen is going to happen outside. And that was a walk.
Carly Ghost lost control of it that time, and Lake scrambles for it.
Oh, nice job.
Eventually, it ends up in the hands of Mackenzie Brittenham, and she will go to the free throw line for two. And gosh, was her sister good. Do you remember?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, my goodness. We got a chance to go down to Ohio Northern. Unfortunately, they ended up losing to, Schneikes, who was that, Fork Lake or something like that. But they had a heck of a run that year. And Brittenham, what a run she had here at Lake.
And her sister's coming right along, too. And she's playing her position very well. And she's one of those forwards out there that can handle the ball really well and get herself into a position for that dish. Easy score.
And she hits both freebies. So now the Flyers have a 14-13 lead. I believe it's their first since the first bucket of the game.
Probably going to be the best game in the city tonight, right here on the Toledo Sports Network. Boy, nice break out there.
And you got a 3-on-1 opportunity here. Ozuk goes up with it. That one's off. Rebounded by the Flyers. Or the Comets. Got Flyers, Comets, Bears, oh my. And Genoa will settle it down here. Tried to look for the backdoor pass that time. Was Gerke looking for Schessler.
Yeah,
but it results in a turnover
because that was a wide open layup.
And you know, that's something we've seen a couple times at the high school level this year, is the backdoor cut. Sometimes at this level, kids will get caught looking at the ball, and you can get away with it. As we get another turnover from Lake, here's Genoa going the other way. And that time, how about it? Haley Pickard getting the contact and the deuce. She's got 6, so she'll have a chance for the and 1 at the free throw line. Nice take. And she's been aggressive tonight off the dribble, Mikey.
Well, it's very apparent that both of these teams are going to run. And you're going to see a lot of fouls tonight. You're going to see a lot of girls on the floor, and that's definitely what you've seen so far.
So here's Pickard. Nice arc on it, but that one rims off. And it's rebounded by the Flyers as Kristen Deal comes away with it. Here's a shot on the way. That one's off, but look who's there to rebound it is Ozuk.
Yep, and there's a foul on Ozuk, too.
She'll get it over the back as Christy Daisley comes away with the board.
Ozuk's had about 4 or 5 opportunities now to score down there. She needs to concentrate and make sure that ball is up high enough on the rim that it's just guaranteed it's going to go in. You know, and that's where we're at now. Now we're shooting.
So Daisley will have a chance here to add to the 1-point lead. First one's up, and it goes off the bank.
She didn't call bank on that.
She didn't call bank, but I'm going to call
Okay,
bank.
all right,
First Federal Bank. You like that segue,
That's our
Mikey?
First Federal Bank.
That's
right
why.
there.
That's why you pay me the big bucks in Toledo, man. First Federal Bank. Next one's up, and that one rims out. Ooh, hard contact underneath. And this one is going to be headed back to the Flyers, but not after Daisley makes it a 1-bucket game with 4:01 to go here in the second quarter.
So far, exciting game. A nice half of basketball.
That one's short, but it's rebounded right away by Mackenzie Brittingham.
I still got a problem with that three-pointer being shot as a first pass coming off an offense. Got a lot of problems with that, but that's me as an ex-old coach. I like seeing that on the third pass. That's where that backside's open. That's where you can get into a position and be able to score.
And so far, Brittingham, all 3 of her points have come from the free throw line. She's taking care of business from the charity stripe, which is good, especially in a game as defensive as this one is right now. You got to hit the freebies. Next one's up, and that one is in.
Know her dad, Garth, very well, and the hours and hours that they have spent at the Y practicing foul shots, I can't imagine her missing one. Or her sister. They never miss foul shots.
Late caught out on the perimeter, but they leave the 3 open in the corner, and here's Brittingham with it. And she heads up the other way. Splits the defense temporarily, but it's stolen. Coming up the other way is Pickard. She's going to look to shoot again. That one goes off.
Nice box out
Ozuk
there.
and Daisley both go down.
Brittingham boxed out really nice on that for Lake and made that whole play happen right there.
So the ball's going to stay with the Comets. 3:18 to go here in the first half from Millbury. And Genoa's going to set up shop.
See?
Nice pass inside,
nice
but look
job.
at Ozuk. Johnny on the spot.
Boy, she hasn't missed much when it's come to defense tonight.
She's brought her A game on both ends of the floor, that's for sure.
There it is. See, that's what I want to see.
And there's the jumper, and it's off and rebounded by Daisley. She's got 5 boards now. Here's Pickard with it. Little hesitation dribble. Goes up with it.
And gets it.
And you're going to get a block that time. So that one's going back the other way. The Genoa fans not happy because earlier we had the Ozuk and Ghost collision, which resulted in a block. That time was a charge.
I actually put the points on the board. I thought that was good. I thought that was good that time.
That was a charge?
I know.
Mikey, you got to pay attention. What are you
Every
doing?
once in a while I make a mistake, you know.
You know, people back home think you're nuts.
I know.
They think you've gone crazy. All right, I'll stop. 2:43 to go here. It's all tied up after the charge.
Watched a lot of Pesci this weekend. Nice.
And that one almost swatted, but coming away with the rebound is Ghost. She splits the defense going all the way. No call.
Yep, over the back.
And now we're going to get it over the back on Daisley.
Give credit to Grayslake's kids because they are boxing out, and anything that's happening is happening over the top.
So Jim Graysick's girls pumped up right now. This is a program that's had a lot of wins over the last 5 years, and they're playing hard tonight as both teams look to stay undefeated in the NBC, and the officials are going to discuss a couple things right now, and that gives us a chance to say thank you once again to some of our wonderful sponsors here on TSNW, including SPL Outfitters, a newbie this year, but we love having them.
Oh, they're the
over
best.
there in the Navarre Plaza next to BW3s. They've got great clothing for all you hard workers out there. Go check them out. Stay warm this winter. And once again, want to say thanks to Pub 51 out here on Woodville Road. So we're going to get a free throw. That one goes up, and it'll rim out for Jordan Taylor. 5 for 9 right now are the Flyers from the charity stripe, Mikey.
And that is something that they're going to be talking about and halftime here when 2:26 left to go in the half, because they got to concentrate. They're getting where they need to get, but when they get to the foul line, the freebies they need. There we go.
And they got that one. So Taylor now has 4 points. The Flyers lead by 1. Full court press here. This Ghost doing a pretty good job handling the rock, but look at Ozuk. She is so far the MVP of the night.
Stop.
Contact again. No call, but Ozuk gets 7, and it's now 19-16.
Yeah, you can't stop Ozuk inside. She's just got to be able to handle it. She's heading everything up on the left side, which is good for her.
Ghost gets a lane temporarily to the baseline, but that one's off and rebounded by Brittingham, who, despite being a traditional guard, is cleaning the glass so far this quarter.
Well, she had Houston wide open down there. Didn't get to her, but that's well, she made the smart move.
You see what's happening now, too. They'll bring Ozuk up to that top of the post, and they get that backside pass. But look at Taylor weaving through. Nothing doing, though, and that one's going to go back over to Genoa. But you see what's happening, Mikey, is they're bringing Ozuk up to the top of the key.
Yep.
She's turning around, and there's a girl within 10, 15 feet of the basket near the baseline, and that's that third pass you were talking about.
Well, it's almost reversals here from the first quarter, because Genoa just was at any time they wanted to get the ball inside, they were able to drive. And now it seems like Lake's able to do that, and Genoa's having a little problems with it.
So here's Daisley with it. Got a jumper on the way. That one rims off, but look
nice.
who's there to clean it up. Daisley with 6 boards and 5 points right now.
And Daisley's been tough inside so far. She's got to be careful getting herself in foul trouble too, you know.
Well, she's been doing a great job defensively. They need her down low on the post, especially with what Ozuk's done tonight. 7 points and 5 rebounds.
They've been going at it.
We got another turnover. That's 16 by my count now for the Flyers. And this one's going right back to the Flyers. And it is starting to get a little scary over here on the Genoa sideline. They are not happy, Mikey.
Well, Genoa is very passionate about their sports, along with Lake. That's why we're here tonight, because we just love those kind of games. Yeah.
And even DeStasio over there is getting a little upset.
There it is.
Wide open pass underneath. As Deal gets it. And that makes it 21-18, under a minute to go now. Genoa breaks the press. Here's Daisley with the jumper from the top of the key. That one's off. And who else but Ozuk? 6 rebounds now for the young lady.
Incredible inside tonight. Just more power to her.
Jordan Taylor, a nice little pump fake. Jumpers up. That one's short. And there's Daisley.
Yep, another one on Ozuk.
Well, and this is where you got to be careful right here. The girls obviously are frustrated right now with Genoa. They're only down by 3. They've had a couple calls that haven't gone their way, and you got to stay within yourself. Because remember, we just did that game last week between Emmanuel Christian and Cardinal Stritch. There was a technical foul on an Emmanuel Stritch player, Emmanuel Christian player completely changed the complexion of that game. They never recovered after that. So here's Daisley at the free throw line. The first one's up, and that one is in off the front iron for Daisley. So now Genoa's 4 from 8 from the charity stripe, about on their season average, shooting 53% from the free throw line so far in the year. Second one up, and that one goes off. And you've got Taylor and Burrow scrambling for it, and it's going to be possession arrow to, I don't know. Who's it going to? Genoa, it looks like.
Yeah, it's staying with Genoa.
They're keeping it interesting for us. Haley Gerke checking back in. There's the inbounds, and there's a long 3. That one off the back iron. And it's going to be rebounded by the same girl who took the shot, Schessler. Here's another 3 on the way. That one goes off. This time rebounded by Brittingham. She looks to go coast to coast. Goes back behind the back, but almost stolen away. Here's another 3, a quick one from the Comets. Or excuse me, the Flyers, and that's going to do it at the half. Holy shnikes. It's going back and forth. I'm catching my breath. We'll give you guys a chance to catch your breath. 21-19. We got a barn burner out here in Millbury. The Flyers lead it here on the Toledo Sports Network in CW13. Stay tuned, folks.
It's just so nice, the support we're getting from these coaches. and they like the fact we come in here, we say yes sir and no ma'am, and we appreciate the fact they're letting us come in.
Absolutely.
We do.
It's a lot of fun. Well, stay tuned. We're going to bring it back here now on TV. You ready, Mikey?
Yep.
Got to hit the buttons over there. And this is where we switch gears and go into our broadcasting voices. I'm going to do the second half like this. No, I'm not. 3-2. 21-19. Flyers on top of the Comets here on the Toledo Sports Network at the start of the second half. Getting ready to take place here at the wonderful gym that the Flyers have out here in Millbury. Mike Bauman with Mike Jameson here on the Toledo Sports Network. And Mikey, pretty even rebounds by my standpoint the first half, 19-18 in favor of the Flyers. Ozuk's doing a good job with 7 points and 6 boards. Conversely, you've got 6 points and 7 boards from Christy Daisley for Genoa. What are your first half thoughts? It seemed like the teams both kind of got into more of a rhythm there in the second quarter.
I honestly think you and I could take the first few moments of this game and replay what we said, and that's basically what's happened so far. Both of these teams have been looking real hard at trying to get the ball inside and working the ball well. The up-front defense, the guards have played incredible, and we've had a ton of turnovers, and they're not turnovers. I mean, this is just hard play up top that turns into turnovers.
Yeah, 9 by my count for Genoa, 16 by my count for the Flyers. So Genoa, unofficial stats, I do my best, but Genoa lead in that category so far. And this young lady right here has done a good job getting the ball to the hoop. Pickard, she had 6 points in the first half as that one goes off. And I think right now, if you're Genoa, Mikey, kind of like what you were talking about with Lake, you have to be looking for that extra pass because the threes have not been falling. And that was something Coach DeSazio talked to me about before the game, was the fact that they are an average perimeter team right now. And you got to look for that extra pass inside because other than Ozuk, they do have a size advantage down there so far in this game.
And we've seen it. We have seen it. And Ozuk has just played incredible for the Flyers inside. But let's go back to Genoa also. Daisley has played very well inside too. So both of the big girls inside have been able to hold their own at post.
Well, and at different points in the game, it really changed the momentum. You had a couple of big blocks from Harder early on, who's also having a nice game. But in the second quarter, Ozuk had a couple of steals, a couple of rebounds. And speaking of Harder, nice drive that time, but it's off and rebounded by Hansen. And here's Lake coming the other way.
It's just nice to see a 5'11" girl that can handle the ball as well as Harder has been handling it. Running the guard position, I just props out to her. That's going to help her a lot if she's planning on playing in college.
Well, she definitely has the height, too. And yes, as you mentioned,
when she'll go forward in college.
If you're a girl and you're a 5'11" girl and you're going to look at play at the next level and you can handle the rock, that's even a rare skill at the D1 college level. And if you have that skill, you'll be playing somewhere.
Nice move.
Speaking of skill, nice drive that time. But it's off and rebounded by Ghost. Coming up the floor now with it is Edwards. Quiet night for her, just 2 points so far. She's averaging 11.5 in the season to lead the team. So give props to the Flyers for kind of taking her out of the game a little bit, as that one's off and rebounded by Lake.
Houston with another rebound for the Flyers. Slowed things down here. Both teams have been able to stop the penetration a little bit. I mean, they're not stopping the penetration, they're just not finishing. Either team hasn't been able to put the ball on. Nice move right there. Just can't make it happen.
Taylor tries to chase it out of bounds, but it's going to go back over to the Comets. Want to say thanks again to IBEW Local 8, one of our longtime sponsors here in the Toledo Sports Network. Also, UA Local 50, the Pipefitters and Plumbers, been with us a long time. And by long time, I mean before I really had facial hair. I mean, now I've got a little bit of a neck beard coming in. At the time they started with us, it was just Peach Fuzz, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a Bieber mustache. As that one rims out, and here's who else but Ozuk with another rebound, and the Flyers will set up shop here. And it looks like we got a 1-3-1 going now from Genoa, Mikey. Switch from a 3-2. Yeah, nice move inside, though. I like it from Miss Deal, who now has 6 points.
It's going to be really tough. You know, if Lake gets on their perimeter shooting, I think that's what they're kind of looking at right now. Maybe that's going to work, but So,
Here's Taylor.
Look at
Nice
that.
pass inside.
Nice.
There's Hanson
There
filling it up. And she's got a quick 8 points now. Or excuse me, she's got 4. I gave it to the wrong girl on my stat sheet. It happens sometimes.
we got a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching high school basketball on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
Thanks, man. I gave the points to the wrong girl. I'm trying to stay up with everything. And
The next Lake Athletic Booster Club meeting will be Monday, January 5. beginning
took a
at 7
dive on that one.
Meeting Center.
Well, see what I'm going to start doing now. I'm going to bring in 2 screens so that I can keep my graphics on another screen here. That way I can just do the graphics as we go.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you have that basketball open?
not yet.
That one looks so cool, man. We got to get that. That is such a freaking
Well,
awesome
I need Windows
open.
7. I need Windows 7
What do you
now.
have, XP?
Yeah, I've got a computer. I've got Windows 7. That way
Isn't
I can.
XP higher than 7?
No.
Oh, it was XP 7 and then 8, right? Around Windows.
Yeah.
Or what did they even call it, Windows 8 now? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, ready? 25-19 is your score here on the Toledo Sports Network in CW13. The host Flyers are on top of Genoa out here in Millbury.
And you would think, oh, yeah, it's a low-scoring game. But, boy, I'll tell you what, this has been a very exciting game.
Well,
All
we
the
knew
way
it was
around.
going to be scrappy, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
very.
a lot of guard play, a lot of traditional guard play but going on. But so far, it's been the big girls inside, as you mentioned, Ozuk, Daisley, Harder, really showing their strength tonight.
Houston with another steal for the Flyers.
And here's a jumper. Look at
Nice.
Deal with the fake. Goes inside. Straight up from Daisley.
There
Good
it is.
play. And here's a 3 on the way, and that one rims out. And Daisley gets the board, but they're going to call her for over the back.
Yeah. We had a couple of them in this first quarter there, in the first half that
Now, to me, here's my theory, and I don't know if I'm correct on this, but to me, if you reach over somebody for a rebound and there's little contact, that's just God's way of saying you've got longer arms, my friend. That's a good rebound. And I'm not pro Genoa.
you and probably
I'm not-
90% of the parents in
I'm
this
not pro
place,
Genoa or
yeah.
Pearl Lake, but to me, over the back, when I think about that,
Yeah.
honestly, in basketball terms, I think a contact where you're reaching over somebody who's done a good job of boxing out to get the rebound, you know? But it is what it is. And here's Ghost, and she
Nice.
gets the and one. Look at Ghost.
She never stops. She took that ball all the way to the hoop. She knew exactly what she was going to do. And that is the thing you try to teach, especially the guards. When you're on the move and you're going, you get the diagonal, you go, you don't stop. You could get hurt, but that's just what happens.
So Ghost goes coast to coast, and the free throw rims out. So the Flyers will come up with it the other way. 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. And it looks like they've dropped back into the 3-2, which I was wondering if they were going to do that because Deal got a couple of nice looks on the inside. It kind of opened up
Yep.
the bottom of the key. And so Genoa and DeStasio, they go back into the 3-2.
Well, the three-point shot hasn't mattered too much tonight. We've had a couple, but just nothing there either way. So I would be more worried about the penetration and the backdoor stuff, and the backside stuff.
Well, especially with the way the Flyers scored points in the second quarter, especially with Ozuk. She got into a nice little rhythm.
Certainly.
We've seen a couple of good buckets from Deal, a couple from Hanson now. I think dropping down and going to the 3-2 is a good call that time from DeStasio. So here's Genoa looking to answer.
Nice
Trail by
move.
4, a little hesitation, and
I like
Pickard
it.
cashes it in. She now has 8 points to lead the Comets. Flyers here just trying to look for the best shot.
I gave
rather.
more points the other way too, Mike. See, I did the same thing you did. So.
And here's a 3 on the way. That one rims off. And who else but Harder on the rebound? She's got 5 by my count for the
numbers.
game. Pushing it now.
Nice.
Little stop and pop, but it's short. Almost a nice save by Daisley, but it's going to go back over to the Flyers. But I like what
Finish,
Genoa's doing right
finish,
now, Mikey, is
finish,
they're getting up and
finish.
down the floor.
Yes, Harder can get the ball to where she needs to be. She's got to get herself into a confidence mode that ball's going in the hoop, you know. And it's all confidence. It's all confidence. She's got
So here's Genoa on the full court press.
Might have to cover the microphones up here a little bit on that, Kyle.
And we're going to get harder on the body that time on number 20, Rebecca Swartz for the Flyers.
That's her second.
The Genoa fans thought she slipped, and before the inbounds pass, I thought we were going to have a substitution, but now they're going to keep playing.
Okay.
It happens, and here's Ozuk, and she'll get the bucket. She now has 9 points, 27-23 in favor of the Flyers. Here's a corner tray on the way. That one goes off. And the Flyers got some numbers here.
Yep.
And that time,
that was beautiful.
Chloe Houston. I'm so used to saying her sister Carly. Chloe
yeah.
Houston gets a bucket, so it's now 29-23, and we're going to get a timeout from the Comets. Want to say thanks again to some of our awesome sponsors. Big Apple Deli out there on Woodville Road. They've got all your favorite deli products for your next get-together. Make sure you go out and see those guys. Also, Pub 51, also on Woodville Road. Great food, spirits, and fun. Getting in the last couple of weeks of football. You got college basketball starting. You've got the NBA getting in the thick of things, although it stinks for me right now because I'm a Pistons fan. And
if you go to Pub 51, probably about the only place you can watch the Browns play.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not on anything else.
Also want to give a shout out again to one of our new sponsors, SPL Outfitters, baby, out there on the Navarre Plaza next to BW3's.
You need to get your shares from Wolverine.
Great clothing for you hard workers. Wolverine, one of the brands they carry. So a nice holiday gift.
Wrangler jeans.
Yeah. You know,
got the gruff going there. You Wrangler.
Yeah, you know we've got.
I'm Mike Bauman.
We're gruff. It's hardly a beard. The only beard I can grow is a neck beard, which I affectionately call a neared, and that is not what you want to see on my face, but that is what you want to see if you're a Genoa fan. Nice backdoor cut and bucket that time by number 12, Emily Edwards.
And that's been there most of the night. It's just making sure they get the ball there. Ozuk's dying to get that ball there before the split. Look at this. Oh,
she gets it.
I like the little flick off the wrist.
Look at Ozuk, 11 points now, 31-25. And here's the Comets trying to answer. Here's the three, short, rebounded by Pickard.
She don't miss in there. Oh, did I just say that? I'm sorry.
You did the announcer jinx.
I gave her the announcer.
You gave her the jinxy jinx. 1 minute and counting here in the third quarter. Flyers been in control so far here in the second half. But one thing to keep in mind on the season, Genoa has outscored their opponents through the first 6 games, 81-72 in the fourth quarter through 6 games. You like that stat, Mike? Shout out to Connie for hooking me up with the stats before the game. But that's something to keep in mind. They've played well in the fourth quarter. When it counts at the end of the game, Genoa's been there. But so far, I like what I see from the Flyers here in the third quarter, Mikey. They've really taken control of the tempo of the game, and they're giving Genoa that first three-point shot. And that early possession shot has given Lake more opportunities in this quarter to score.
Great check. Got it into, we're going for the last shot here now. Wants to work the ball around. The girls are moving the ball around very well. And Genoa's really not coming to get them yet.
So here's Taylor.
Now we play. Oh, that was double. And a foul.
And now we're going to get a push on number 30, Chloe Houston. The Genoa fans wanting a double dribble.
Yeah,
May have had a point there. 2 seconds left nonetheless, and the Comets will have a chance to get a shot off here to end the third quarter. Here's Pickard, and it goes up, and it is short. So after 3 quarters, the Flyers lead 31-25 here on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13. We got a good fourth quarter coming up. Stay tuned. I was talking to Jared Reddick when he came up here. Him and Connor did a halftime thing with Byron. And I said, how's the leg? And I forgot it was his shoulder. And he goes, oh, it was his shoulder. Remember, we thought he went down on that run play in that game? He goes, nope, I got hurt the first play of the game. First play of the game. He said, I came back to the huddle and said, guys, I separated my shoulder.
I remember that.
And he kept playing.
Yeah. And then he went in and he tried to score. I think he did score on that first possession. And
I think that's what amplified it.
Yep.
That's nuts, though, that he kept playing. That's crazy. You want me to bring her back? 31-25, the Lake Flyers leading the Genoa Comets here on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13 as we start the fourth quarter. Mike Bauman with Mike Jameson. And so far, Mikey, it's been a back-and-forth game, up-tempo, but I really felt in that third quarter the Flyers did a good job of controlling the pace of the game, and it led to their advantage. A couple of early buckets to start the quarter. We've got Miss Ozuk now with 11 points. What does Genoa need to do here in the fourth quarter to retake control of this baby?
First and most importantly, they've got to get some patience. They've got the girls inside that can get some things done here. They've got a lot of the perimeter girls that are taking shots really, really early in their offense, and they don't need that.
Good ball movement that time from the Comets as Miss Deal.
And you got to keep the Lake Flyers from making those points too. That would help.
Well, they're making that third pass that you were talking about that time.
Yeah.
And there's the turnover.
There it is. Boom. Touchdown.
And the layup is up and good from Chloe Houston, who's getting involved here in the second half, and now the lead's ballooned to 10.
Yep.
So if you're Genoa here, you just got to value the possessions. And as you mentioned, the threes early in the possession have kind of hurt them a little bit here in the second half. Here's another one up. Pickard gets the rebound, gets the miss, though.
When you get that kind of opportunity, those have to go in. You got to use the backboard. You got to get that thing in there. The touch, trying to put them up with the touch, just doesn't happen.
And I think you're going to see Graysick try to slow things down here with this 10-point lead. But look at Ozuk. Ooh, had the lane, dishes it outside. That one goes off. But that time, Houston could not make the easy bucket from the baseline, so it's going to go back to the Comets. As we're going to see Burrow check in here. Also going to get Harder back in for Genoa. Want to thank all of you again for tuning in to our high school basketball here on Toledo Sports Network. Also got PCW Wrestling from one of our newest colleagues, but a friend, and we're glad to have him on board, Norm Waymer, doing an excellent job. So for all you local wrestling fans, you don't just have to wait for the WWE or TNA wrestling. Go check out some PCW locally. And look at the steal by Pickard. She wants it. She's got 10 now.
Don't forget, Mikey, we've got our internet game of the week, which is this week. It's the Tuesday night game of the week. We're here. Keep on the website. We're not able to do the Track Tack NLL games on CW13 because of media restrictions. So we're going to do those games live on the internet, and we still have some great games coming up. So you want to watch that beautiful run there.
And I like what I see from Genoa right now, clamping down defensively, getting a couple of turnovers to go their way. And Emily Edwards goes coast to coast, and she's getting an opportunity at the free throw line now, Mikey.
You got to push, and you got to, when you get it, and she did exactly what you're supposed to do. You go right to the hole, make them stop you. And wonderful job there. You got to be real careful with Harder. She's got 4 fouls too. Nice.
So Edwards hits both of them, and it's now 35-29. So the Flyers here got a 6-point lead, and I think if you're Lake, Mikey, on one end you want to control the tempo, but on the other end you don't want to stop doing what you were doing well in the third quarter, which is getting the buckets down low.
You got to control the tempo where you're always trying to penetrate. That's the tempo you want right now. We're going to constantly penetrate.
Here's Ozuk with the pump fake. She penetrates, and she gets another bucket. 13 on the night for Ozuk. And Pickard, she's not stopping, and why should she? 12 points for Pickard. And we're going to get a Lake timeout. 37-31 is your score. We got ourselves a dandy. 5:11 to go here in the fourth quarter on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13. 12, They gave her 4? Oh, okay, so that other bucket was supposed to go to that young lady. Oh.
Hey, folks, for all you people on the internet, for the first 5 people that are on internet tonight that sends us an email at mike@toledosportsnetwork.com, we'll make sure you get a real nice Toledo Sports Network hat. Okay? They're really cool. So email us. The first 5 people that email us, we're going to send you off a hat. Nice little Christmas gift for you. I don't know if I'll get them to you by Christmas.
Winter
but
cap? Or is
no,
it,
like it's a hat.
Okay.
Oh, you want to win it because you wear them skull caps all the time. See? So. That's Mike at ToledoSportsNetwork.com. And give me a real good reason why you need that cap. Maybe it's because you're balding in the middle.
And we want to see it. Once you get it,
you got to take a picture.
We want to see you take a picture and post it to our Twitter at Toledo Sports NW or to our Facebook page, which is just Toledo Sports Network on Facebook. Send us a pic and we'll share it. We want to see y'all, and we appreciate the support. All right, Mike, I'm going to bring it back. 37-31 is your score. The Flyers on top of the rival Comets in NBC action here on the Toledo Sports Network. Mike Ballman with Mike Jameson.
The Mikes.
The Mikes.
The Mikes.
The Mikes here in Millbury. Always fun to come out here. Everybody in the NBC is always good to us. Doesn't matter where we are. Got ourselves a good one going right now. And we're going to get a push that time on Miss Deal, so it's going to go back to the Comets, and the momentum pendulum is shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
Shifting a little bit right now to the Comets, who are starting to be a little bit more aggressive offensively here in the fourth quarter, Mikey.
Well, what you're seeing right now, Genoa, definitely Lake, Rossford. I'm telling you, the parity in the NBC this year is incredible. And then Otsego. You haven't had a chance to see Otsego. When do you see Otsego? I'll tell you what, exciting.
Look at Harder with the crossover. I don't know if they're going to give her the shot or if the contact's before the shot. Looks like it was before the shot. So that young lady will take it out of bounds. Mike DeStazio and company coming in here once again. 4-2 overall. 2-0 in NBC play. Lake, 5-1 overall and 2-0 in conference play. And this is a tough matchup, as we mentioned early in the season. You know, and DeStazio was talking to me before the game. They basically got an NBA schedule this week. They play again in a couple of days. I think they play on Friday, and then they play again on Monday. So you've got 3 games in basically a 6-day span for these girls right before the holiday. You know, it's tough. And this is a tough matchup tonight coming into this gym against your arch rival, basically, right down 795. But they're hanging in there. And Lake is trying to hold on to the W to improve to 3-0 in conference play.
There you go.
Get it down low to Burrows.
See, that's got to be
that one goes off, but the rebound there, who else but Pickard? Gets it again. And she's going to get fouled. She's got 7 rebounds.
They're in the 1-on-1 now. Flyers in the 1-on-1, too.
And 12 points. So we got 2 team fouls on the Comets, 7 right now on the Flyers. So Genoa will be in a 1-on-1, 1-in-1. Oh, geez. Mikey, will you help me out here, man? I just, holy shnikes. Every now and again, I just mix up my words. It's a 1-and-1. There we go. Now I got it. Now I got it, maybe.
Tell you what, this is going to come down to the last couple of possessions. I'm going to tell you right now.
And the second one's up, and that one rims off the front iron. And Deal comes away with it. Good sportsmanship that time. As Ghost helps up.
I actually thought that ball should have gone to Genoa.
So Lake is going to stay with it. 4:05 to go here in the fourth, and a 5-point lead for the Comets. There's Taylor. She gets it out, and the Flyers will look to set up shop here. And Genoa going into a man-to-man, trying to force something to happen so the Flyers just can't sit back and try to eat up some clock.
I like it.
Good ball movement right now. That one's up and off from Deal, and we're going to get a body on the foul. Just the 3rd team foul so far for the Comets here, which if you're a Genoa fan is nice because you don't have to worry about the freebies. But that time they're going to say that Miss Deal was in the act of shooting, so she will get 2 from the free throw line. That one's up, and it rims out. Tough luck miss. Those are always the hardest ones, man.
Well,
6 for 11 now are the Flyers from the free throw line. The Comets are 7 for 13 from the free throw line, so pretty even in that category. And Deal gets the second. She now has 9 points on the evening.
Yeah, Genoa's got to make something happen real quick here, early in this, and Pickard will make it happen. Nice.
There's Ghost. She goes up with it, and count that, puppy. Carly Ghost doing the dirty work. And she's going to have a chance to go to the charity stripe for the N1.
Yeah, here we go now. Remember what we talked about early in the game, those missed free throws, those missed bunnies. They're coming back to haunt Genoa right now. This could be a tie game or a 2 or 4 point lead for the Comets right now. They got to work on that, getting those bunnies in and making sure things happen that way.
So Carly Ghost will get a chance to cash it in, and that one's up off the back iron, and Jordan Taylor with the rebound. So it will remain a 2-possession game, barring a 3-pointer with an and one, which is rare, very rare, especially at this level. Here's Ozuk with it. There's Taylor. Nice pump fake. Look at the finger roll from Taylor. It doesn't go, though.
Yep.
And Pickard comes away with the rebound.
That's on Ozuk, too.
And we're going to get an over the back on Ozuk.
Some incredibly unhappy and very happy fans all at once. I think they should start at halftime here at these games. They should give away warm milk.
Warm milk.
Just a glass of warm milk.
Well,
just to
milk,
calm them down a
probably
little
a
bit.
cookie too. You know, it's the holiday season.
I
If you're
even
going to
think
give them
the
the milk,
warm
you got to
milk,
give them the
yeah.
cookie too. But I wouldn't want warm milk with cookies.
Just
though.
to calm down, just relax. It's just a game.
So here's a couple of freebies from Pickard, who's done a good job tonight. 13 points. That one's up and in. So Pickard makes it a 1-possession game now for the Comets. 3:15 to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, it's happy. It's happy time here.
On one end, you've got Mike DeStasio pacing the sidelines. On the other end, you got
it.
You got Graysick with his head in his hands going, what's going on here? 15 points now.
Oh, they got it.
For Pickard.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, and that time, the Flyers, Chloe
it.
Houston, she bobbles the outlet pass.
They had it.
21 turnovers by my count for Lake now, and don't look now, but 3:09 to go. It's a 2-point ball game, Mikey.
Wow.
Want to say thanks again to IBEW Local 8, UA Local 50, to Pipefitters and Plumbers, and also Big Apple Deli, SPL Outfitters, and Pub 51, baby. Thank you so much for coming on board the pirate ship here at Toledo Sports Network. Got ourselves a nice one going here. As now Lake operating out of a 3-2. Look at Harder.
Nice,
Little pump fake.
Oh, beautiful.
Look at the
Left.
take.
Left.
Look at the take by Harder.
Wow.
You want to talk about old school.
Left.
And she gets the steal on the inbounds. What? And
foul.
Harder gets the and one. Are you kidding me? How about it?
Wow.
4 points there in a span of about 15 seconds from Erica Harder, using those long arms. And the Genoa sidelines now is full of a cup of cheer, Mikey. 40-38, 2:36 to go. Do not go anywhere. The Comets have just taken the lead here on the Toledo Sports Network in CW13.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful game. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Sierra Albright's down there. Had a great career.
Yes, yes.
Great career at Genoa. All NBC performer. Supporting her old teammates. Pretty good crowd here tonight, you know.
Yeah, they did pretty well tonight.
For a Tuesday night game, it's got the students coming out on both sides. It's nice to see the support. And they just pump them out here. You got Brittingham. You've got, who else? Houston. And then you've got Pickard, Ghosts, Edwards. A lot of athletic families out here in the Millbury and Genoa communities. All right, we'll bring her back. 6 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Comets, after 4 straight from that young lady, Erica Harder, now lead at 40-38. Mike Baum with Mike Jameson here on Toledo Sports Network CW13. Here's the free throw, and that one rims out from Harder. Almost a save there from the Comets. But the Flyers now will look to counter. And we're going to go good old-fashioned man-to-man defense or woman-to-woman defense, whatever floats your boat. And we got a steal, almost a steal. Hansen stays with it, takes it in the paint, and it rims out. And there's Ozuk. She gets the first rebound, but Pickard gets the second rebound, her 9th of the game. And we're going to get a grab that time on Hansen. And you know what the difference so far here in the fourth quarter, Mikey? Genoa's taking it to the paint. They're getting the rebound, and they're pushing, and they're being aggressive here in the fourth quarter, and I really think that's the difference in why Lady Mo has been on their side so far here. And we're in the double bonus now here for the Comets, as Edwards gets her 5th point of the game. Second one up, and that one is through. Make it 6 from the charity stripe. 42-38. And Genoa's going to operate out of the full court press, Mikey, to really put the clamps down on the Flyers. And we got the officials discussing some things here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Full court pressure.
And if you're breaking a press, you wanted to bring it to the middle of the floor. A good job that time from the Flyers. Because if you go to the corner, they'll clamp you on the trap at the half court. So here's Hansen. She takes a dribble, goes in the paint, takes it up against the big girls down low. And it's going to stay with the Flyers. So Jordan Taylor will take it out of bounds. We saw her just as a freshman on the varsity a couple years ago when the Flyers had that deep playoff run, made it all the way down to Ohio Northern. It was a great game. I think it was Old Fort, if I remember.
Yeah, I think it was. You're right.
It was either Old Fort or Clear Fork. I knew I'd remember it eventually.
Yep.
They've been consistent out here in Millbury for a number of years. Speaking of consistent, there's Ozuk, but look at, she gets the rebound.
There's fouls everywhere there.
And we're going to get a foul.
I think Pickard's hurt. No, it should be all right.
And Pickard coming up a little slow on the collision. Good sportsmanship that time from Rebecca Swartz. That's what you like to see. You know, I always mention it, and I always appreciate it because
she got popped in the nose.
We're in a competitive day and age where that kind of gets lost in the shuffle sometimes from coaches.
That's why we need
and athletic directors, players. So, holiday lesson, we need warm milk. That one's coming from Mike Jameson. And for me, I like seeing the sportsmanship.
Yes.
I like it, especially rivalries.
2 shots.
So here's Pickard. 16 points, 9 rebounds by my count for that young lady tonight, having one heck of a game.
Yeah, when you got to make them, man, they're making them.
1:26 to go. Mike Baum with Mike Jameson out here at Lake. Been one heck of a game. Fun one here in mid-December. The next one's up, and that one is good. So the Flyers making them when they count. So it's 43-38.
I knew that was coming. She pushed off. And Jordan Taylor, it's had a little, they've been kind of screaming about that all night tonight. And she kind of pushed off a little bit. 1:21 left to go in this contest. And 43-38 is your score.
So Flyers got to make something happen quick. There's the steal by Taylor. And we're going to get a foul on Pickard. Almost looked like it was going to be a jump ball, but it said we get a foul on the grab on Pickard. So still only 14 fouls so far for the Comets here in the second half. And that's been a big help if you're a Genoa fan. Still no freebies now for the Flyers, and they could use them with $1:16 to go. Here's Hansen with it off the inbounds pass from Taylor. And it looks like we're going to get a body on Erica Smith, the 5'5" sophomore. So that's 5 team fouls now for the Comets, and Jordan Taylor will inbounds it from the other side of the key. The other guys break pads. I don't know if the young kids will get that reference. It was Chris Farley. Here's Taylor. Here's DeTrey.
Needed it.
Boom.
Ice.
Jordan Taylor.
Boy, that was ice.
Ice cold, 43 to 41. And a turnover. Errant pass. Here's Taylor again. And it's a tie game. 5 straight.
Wow.
From Taylor.
That's a foul.
And we're going to get a foul. So Genoa gets up the floor in a hurry, and Emily Edwards, one of their best free throw shooters, is going to have a chance at the charity stripe. Holy shnikes.
What in that position, what do you do? I mean, she's going in. Houston has fouls she can give. It was an easy 2 points, so at least we're going to make her work for the 2 points here. If you're like thinking.
And the first one's up and good from Edwards. Ice cold at the free throw line. She's got 6 now.
What a game. What a game.
Here's a big one right here.
Oh,
and that one rims off, and it's rebounded by Taylor. And they bring the pressure.
Got to be careful with that arm.
And we're going to get a timeout from Graysick. 39 seconds left.
Stay here. Yeah, we'll stay
and
here.
And it's 44-43, the Comets on top. Mikey, what do you want to see here from the Flyers offense? What kind of play do you think Jim Graysick has drawn up?
Well, what you need to do is, number one, realize you have 39 seconds, you have the ball, and basically all you have to do is penetrate and get in and score or get fouled. Either way, you want to take the ball, you want to take that time off the clock. You don't want to give Genoa any chance. A 3 at this point is absolutely no.
Do you hold for the last shot with 39 seconds?
I think
no
you
shot
do.
clock in high school.
I think you do. I think what you need to do right now is, unless you get a layup, obviously you get a layup, you take the layup. But at this point, you seem to be able to handle the ball real well and dish off. Ozuk's due. Ozuk is due inside. Mark my words on this one.
So here's the inbounds pass. And it goes to Taylor. Picking her up at half court is Ghost.
Got time, you got time.
30 seconds
there
now.
There you go.
Is Swartz with it. Over to Hanson. She drives a lane.
Oh, got the foul.
A little wild, but got the foul.
I don't think she was shooting.
So that's only number 6 now. Yeah. Still one more for the Flyers to get into the 1-and-1. And are they going to call it a shot?
I think they're going to call this a shooting foul.
It looks like it right now by the way the players are lining up.
Wow.
So she is going to shoot 2. The Flyers tonight,
wow,
7 for 12. So here's Hanson with it. The first one's up, and it rims off. Hanson got 4 points on the night. 5'8" senior for the Flyers, and here's the big one, 24.8 seconds to go. Nice arc, and it goes in. Big shot that time to tie this one up. And a near steal on the inbounds. Ooh. Rebecca Swartz with a near steal. So here's Pickard out of bounds.
Here comes the quickness from the Flyers right here. They're going to pull it back a little bit here and go, man.
You definitely want to hold for the last shot here for Genoa. No turnovers.
There it is.
And that's exactly what we're going to get. The coach, Mike Jameson.
Oh, boy.
As Mike DeStasio calls the timeout.
We'll stay right here.
I want to say thanks again to IBEW Local 8, also UA Local 50, the Pipefitters and Plumbers. Thank you so much. And Big Apple Deli out there on Woodville Road. If you like a good sandwich, go to Big Apple Deli. You won't regret it. And also SPL Outfitters. They're over there in the Navarre Plaza next to BW3s. Got great clothing for all you hard workers out there. All you outdoors men and women. You're looking for a good gift? Go there. Still got a few days till Christmas. And Pub 51 out there in Woodville Road. Great food, spirits, and fun. They've been with us for a number of years. Love those guys. Love their food. And don't forget about Mike Jameson and Creative Video Imagery.
I like to DJ.
He likes to DJ.
I like that DJ.
Mike likes to bang his head.
Yes.
He will spare you of the acid wash jeans and the mullet that he used to
no.
wear back in the early 80s out at Buttons.
I buttons.
Or do you still have the
got
acid
the
wash?
acid wash
Oh,
jeans.
no.
But now they're all ripped out and they're old looking. I love them.
Are they in your Match.com picture?
Oh, my goodness, yes. They're in my Match.com picture.
I cannot do a game without referencing Match.com with you because it just makes me
Look in the 65 and older men. You'll see me in there.
chuckle so hard on the inside. 14.8 to go. 44
There we go.
apiece is your score. And here's Pickard with it. She's got 17 tonight, 9 rebounds by my count. And she's got the basketball. She will drive and be stunted. Oh, she throws it up. And it goes out of bounds. So
Sudden
good
death.
triple team that time
We're going
from the
overtime.
Flyers. And we are going to extras, folks. What more could you ask for out of a rivalry game? 44 all is your score. Don't go anywhere because we got OT coming up here on the Toledo Sports Network in CW13. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about the Cats. All right, 6-12.
Well, I don't have to worry about time on this game, do I?
23. What's 23 plus 17?
How much
38.
time? How much time is that? 3 minutes?
What's 23 plus 17?
40.
3142. Okay, there we go. So that's correct. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 22, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
Is it 5 minutes for overtime or 3?
I think it's 3, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jeez. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 in high school.
4.
It's 4.
We were both wrong.
We were off. And good thing that wasn't on the air. It was on the internet, but it wasn't on the air.
You sound like that
Okay,
one guy.
here we go. 44 all is your score out here at Lake. The Comets and the Flyers all tied up. Arch rivals going at it.
Could this happen on a better night?
It could not.
It's beautiful tonight.
Mike Baumann with Mike Jameson as Ozuk and Daisley go up
Can't do.
for the tip. And we're going to get a double dribble on Taylor. You were about to say it on the double tap on the
Can't do that. I
on
thought.
the double tap. But nonetheless, it goes back to the Comets, who really battled back in the fourth quarter, thanks in large part to this young lady. Haley Pickard with 17 points, 9 rebounds on the evening. Here's a 3 on the way, and that one rims off. Rebounded, though, by Edwards. Ghost tries to keep it alive, but it results in a turnover.
Oh, no, she held her foot. Very good.
And there's Jordan Taylor now, who scored 5 straight to tie things up at 43 in the fourth quarter and keep Lake's hopes of staying undefeated in the NBC alive. Nice backdoor cut that time from Taylor, but she misses the freebie. Ozuk there to clean it up, though. 15 points now and 11 rebounds for Ozuk. A double-double for that young lady.
Take your time. There you go.
Here's Pickard, another 3
like
on
that.
the way.
I like it.
And look at Ghost.
I like it. That was a nice play. It was designed well. That's the perfect time for the 3.
Little inside-outside action, and Ghost taking care of business. And she's been all over the place for these guys this year. 3.3 points per game, but 6 rebounds per game, 2.8 assists per game, and 6.7 steals per game. And she's got 9 tonight, doing a little bit of everything.
Up.
Here's Ozuk on the drive.
Beautiful.
17 now for Ozuk on the little fake.
She got away with one. She doubled her feet up there right now. She got away with one, but hey, she scored, and that's what she had to do.
Oh! And look at Haley Gerke now with 8.
That's a Gerke shot right there. Nice shot for Haley. They've needed that. That's the thing that they were hoping for all game.
And Ghost tries to tap it out, and Hansen will stay with it. 48-50. The Comets lead it. Under 2 minutes now to go here in OT. And a near steal and a steal as Daisley stays with it, and the Comets will take a timeout. So $1:49 to go. The Comets lead at 50-48 in extra time here. Mike Baum with Mike Jameson. Mikey, this has been as advertised, man. We thought it was going to be up and down game, back and forth, and that's exactly what it's been.
Well, that's why I enjoy doing the girls' games, because the technical merit that these girls put into their game and being able to make plays and make things happen is really cool. I want to apologize to people now. When you're watching the clock on our games, realize one thing, okay? We're up here doing the game. We're doing play-by-play. We're running the cameras and everything. So I have to push a little button. So every once in a while, we're a little off on the clock. I've had a couple of people ask me about that, and we're not the official clock here. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. So especially when we get into a scenario where it's a tight game like this. So just so everybody knows that I am human. So
it happens. It happens. But 17 points apiece from Miss Ozuk, Lauren Ozuk, and Haley Pickard. Both those girls doing the dirty work tonight.
Well, the inside game for Lake has been there. Ozuk has come and done what she's needed to do. Harder had some foul problems, came back right at the end of the game and was the star, man. I mean, she was the star on top of that Christmas tree, that's for sure.
So the Comets now with a 2-point lead and under 2 minutes to go here. Here's Ghost with it. Nice dish inside. Slapped away by Ozuk, though.
That went out.
And it's going to go out of bounds on the second attempt, that time from Pickard. So the Comets turn it over. 15 now by my count.
Watch this Comet defense, how they run this press. They keep it there. They kind of sneak through it.
Ozuk breaking it, though. Nice pass inside, and we're going to get a foul.
Yeah, now it's going to be a foul game
on Rebecca Swartz. So Swartz is going to go to the free throw line, and she will have 2 to try to tie this bad boy up. 93 seconds remaining out here at Lake. It's been one heck of a game. And the first one's up. Nice arc, but off the back iron. 7 for 14 now by my count are the Flyers at the free throw line. Genoa, 14 made and 8 missed. And that one runs out, but look at Ozuk.
Huge! Oh, it's going to be a jump ball.
And we're going to get a jump ball. And possession arrow is going to the Comets. You got to give credit to Christy Daisley down there, man. She has had one heck of a game, a 5'9" senior. 6 points, 7 boards. Nice pass. They break the press, and there's Daisley for the easy deuce. 8 points now for Daisley, making me look good as I was just talking about it. And we get a steal. Look at Edwards. She goes up. Boom! And 1 for Edwards. How about that?
Beautiful.
Had a quiet night offensively to start, but now she's heating up. 8 points now for Edwards. She leads this team in scoring on the year at 11.5 points per game. Had a real quiet first half, Mikey, but she's turned on the Jets here in the second half.
Well, this is where making those free throws and making those inside easy bunnies. I don't want to call them bunnies, but I guess that's what you got to call them.
No, that's what they are. Yeah. You know, and those are the ones that come back to bite you as the game wears on, because when you miss the easy shots, it's one thing if you miss a 3 or an off-balance jumper, but when you miss the ones from 5 feet in, those are the ones that catch up with you confidence-wise. And she hits the free throw. So 9 now. By my count, she's got 9. 55-48 is your score. Comets on top. There's Jordan Taylor with it. She made some magic happen in the fourth. Can she do it again in overtime? That one airs out. And that one's going to go back to Genoa. 70 seconds to go. And if you're Comets right here, Mikey, it's all about ball control, baby.
Yep.
And there's a steal.
There's the first one.
There's a 3 on the way. Short.
That's a foul.
Yep, and we're going to get a foul that time on Rebecca Swartz, trying to follow up her shot. And the freebies will continue for Genoa. So they are in the driver's seat right now to improve to 3-0 in the Northern Buckeye Conference. Really battling back in the fourth quarter after I thought the Flyers did a great job in the third quarter, Mikey, of controlling the tempo of this basketball game.
Well, they've been able to get inside, and they've made their foul shots, and that's been the big difference. Oh, I did it again, didn't I?
Announcer jinx.
Yep. Don't forget this game will air Saturday night at 8 p.m. on CW13, which just happens to be Time Warner 417 or 996.
Second one in.
You got to keep pushing it. To the Flyers right now. Got to start. 49 seconds left, 56-48.
So Pickard here at the inbounds and an 8.3 for the rest of her girls. 50 seconds to go. A near steal. Edwards stays with it though. And they're just going to try to pass it around the top. Keep the ball away from Lake with the 8-point lead.
All they need to do at this point. Oh, nice.
Daisley gets an opening, and she'll take it in and miss. But she gets the rebound. 22 seconds and counting. Flyers got a foul here if they want to get a chance to get it back. And Genoa continues to pass it around, and that looks like it's going to be it.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
So the Comets come back in the fourth quarter. Had 4 straight from Harder to take the lead. The Flyers battle back, but it is the Comets who end up prevailing in overtime by a final of 56-48. And wow, what a game, what a game. You had Pickard with 17 points and 9 rebounds by my count right there on a double-double. On the other side, you had Ozuk with 17 and 11 with the double-double. But at the end of the day, Mikey, I really thought Genoa in the fourth quarter got down the floor after the rebound, after the defensive rebound, got to the bucket, got to the paint, and controlled the tempo of the basketball game from the fourth quarter on.
Just an incredible game all the way around for both these teams. I think you're seeing the NBC championship game right here. I mean, I'm just so impressed with the girls that are coming out of the NBC and what we've seen so far. And we come back, we'll wrap this thing up. And gosh, we got a lot of time here. You're watching high school basketball right here on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.